Deep in the heart of Africa, long before the footprints of man marked the earth, there existed a lush and verdant forest. Towering trees reached for the heavens, their emerald canopies filtering the golden sunlight into dappled patterns on the forest floor. Crystal-clear rivers, teeming with life, snaked through the undergrowth, their gentle music a constant melody in the air. This was a paradise untouched, a symphony of nature where harmony reigned supreme. The forest was home to a diverse and vibrant community of animals. They lived together in a state of natural equilibrium, their lives governed by the rhythm of the seasons and the ancient laws of nature. The gentle giraffes grazed the highest branches, their long necks swaying gracefully. Playful monkeys chattered and swung through the trees, their laughter echoing through the forest. Wise old elephants, their wrinkled hides bearing the stories of centuries, roamed majestically, their presence a source of comfort and security for all. Life in the forest was simple, yet it was a life of contentment. The animals understood the delicate balance of their ecosystem. They respected the boundaries of nature and coexisted in a harmonious symphony of life. Little did they know that this idyllic existence was about to be shattered, and a dark shadow was about to fall upon their unspoiled paradise. The hippopotamus, whose name was Boris, was not content with his lot. He looked upon the other animals not with camaraderie, but with envy. The giraffe, with its ability to reach the tastiest leaves, the donkey, with its stamina for long journeys, the raccoon, with its dexterity for finding the plumpest fruits. All these attributes Boris coveted. He believed that he, with his size and strength, should be the leader of them all. Boris began to spread whispers of discontent. He would corner animals and, with feigned concern, comment on the unfair distribution of food, the lack of proper leadership, the vulnerability of the weak. He played on their fears, subtly suggesting that he was the only one strong enough to protect them from imagined threats. "Have you noticed," he would say to the giraffe, his voice a low rumble, "how the leopards seem to be getting bolder these days? If only we had someone with the strength to stand up to them." To the donkey he would confide, "I worry about the water supply. If it dries up, who will ensure we all get our fair share?" Boris was cunning. He knew that brute force alone would not win him the power he craved. He needed to sow discord, to turn the animals against each other, to make them believe that they needed him, their self-proclaimed savior. And so, slowly, insidiously, he began to weave his web of deceit, planting the seeds of ambition that would soon blossom into a reign of tyranny. The animals, unsuspecting of his true intentions, were drawn in by his words. They had always lived in a world of trust and cooperation, and they were ill-equipped to deal with the insidious poison of Boris's ambition. They had no reason to suspect their fellow creature, no reason to doubt the sincerity in his voice. As Boris's influence grew, so too did his boldness. He began to openly challenge the existing order, questioning the wisdom of the elders and spreading rumors about his rivals. He accused the giraffe of hoarding food, claiming that he was deliberately keeping the tastiest leaves for himself. He spread lies about the donkey, suggesting that he was lazy and irresponsible, unfit to lead the herd to the best grazing grounds. The raccoon, he insinuated, was a thief, stealing food from the others while they slept. The animals, swayed by Boris's lies and impressed by his physical presence, started to believe him. They turned on each other, their once unbreakable bonds of friendship and trust slowly eroding. The giraffe, hurt and bewildered by the accusations, withdrew into himself, his gentle nature unable to comprehend the sudden hostility directed towards him. The donkey, bewildered and unjustly accused, tried in vain to defend himself, but his pleas fell on deaf ears. The raccoon, quick-witted and agile, was able to evade Boris's attempts to discredit him, but he could only watch in despair as the hippo's web of lies ensnared their once harmonious community. With each passing day, Boris tightened his grip on the forest. He gathered a group of followers, mostly younger and more impressionable animals, who were easily swayed by his promises of power and prosperity. They became his enforcers, intimidating those who dared to question his authority and silencing any whispers of dissent. The forest, once a haven of peace and tranquility, was slowly being transformed into a place of fear and suspicion. The animals, once so full of life and joy, now went about their days with a sense of unease. Their movements guarded, their voices hushed. The harmony that had once been the very essence of their existence was shattered, replaced by an atmosphere of mistrust and apprehension. Boris, drunk on power and emboldened by the lack of resistance, declared himself the king of the forest. He established a new order, one where strength and ruthlessness were valued above all else. He imposed his will upon the animals, dictating their every move and claiming the best of everything for himself and his cronies. The giraffe, once admired for his grace and gentleness, was forced to use his long neck to gather food for Boris and his cronies, his own hunger often ignored. The donkey, known for his endurance and strength, was made to carry heavy loads for the new king, his back aching under the strain of Boris's tyranny. The raccoon, stripped of his dignity, was forced to use his skills to pilfer food for their hippo, his nimble paws now tools of oppression. Fear became the ruling principle in the forest. The animals, once accustomed to a life of freedom and equality, were now living under the yoke of oppression. They dared not speak out against Boris, for they knew that any dissent would be met with swift and brutal punishment. The once vibrant forest, now shrouded in silence and fear, stood as a testament to the corrupting influence of unchecked ambition.